Hi, my name is Joey.
And my name is Sam.
And this is School Nights.
Welcome back to another episode, you guys. We are thrilled that you guys are watching with us live here every Thursday at 6. You guys already know School Nights takes place
rain or shine, we're here bringing you guys awesome content all about Calvin University.
Of course. But before we get started, we'll introduce ourselves again like we usually do.
Yeah.
My name is Sam. As you guys know, I'm from Huntsville, Michigan. That's so not too far. I'm a junior here studying physical education with a minor in recreational leadership. Also on the hockey team here as well.
Ooh, big hockey guy.
But you next, Joey.
I am Joey Snell. I'm a sophomore here at Calvin studying marketing and strategic communication. And I'm from just outside Chicago, Illinois. We also want to remind you guys to subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes.
That way you never miss School Nights. And also you can watch them later on. But Sam, what can they do right now at School Nights online?
They can actually, you guys, some of you already know this, but if you're new here, you guys can ask us questions in the live chat. And we'll actually answer those questions at the end of each episode. So it's almost like you guys are talking to us directly.
Yeah, and we have a little challenge for you, okay, Sam? So me and Sam were thinking long and hard over Easter weekend, and we hid an Easter egg somewhere behind us in this area. So if you find it, drop it in the comments. You found it, and don't say where it's at, but instead say a question for us about School Nights or about Calvin. And we'd love to see, but find that Easter egg somewhere behind us here as we go out tonight.
Absolutely.
But we have 3 segments today. So our first segment's with our friend Pastor Mary. She is one of the best people on campus, not only spiritually, but also just one of the nicest ladies we've ever met.
Exactly.
And I think she's going to try and give you guys a virtual hug over this. What else is our next segment, Sam?
Yeah, and then next, for our second segment, we're going to do actually a food review in Johnny's, one of the mini marts on campus, probably the most popular one as well. Sarah and her friend are there. They're gonna review some of the food in there, which we already know it's pretty good.
It's gonna be
Johnny's is amazing. But what's the third segment?
And our third segment is with one of our favorite professors from both Sam and I, Dr. Berends. She's in the kinesiology lab, talking about the equipment we have there that you can use, but also how you can be involved and really learn a lot with these really upgraded machines. Sam has actually run on it before.
Absolutely.
If this video gets 500 views, we'll release the video of him huffing and puffing on that treadmill. I've seen it as well. I died laughing. It was hilarious.
Hey, my VO2 max isn't that bad. Hey, I gotta say.
Well, la-ti-da. Well, with that, guys, we're going to hand on over to Pastor Mary right now.
Sam, and I want to see that video of you running. That's awesome. Yeah, that whole lab is amazing. Just wait till you see that. As the guy said, I'm Pastor Mary. I serve as the university pastor here at Calvin. I've been here since 2009, and it is my joy to love students. In campus ministries, we have 3 areas that we focus on: worship, discipleship, and pastoral care. So for worship, I'm sitting here in our chapel. And as you can see behind me, we have an organ, we have a drum set, we have all kinds of cords and wires, a piano. We worship here at Calvin in different languages, different styles, different traditions. So wherever you're coming from, you will find things that are familiar to you if you are a Christian and you've grown up in faith at all or worshiped. And you'll find things that stretch you. You think, I've never done that before. And that's because we want to be sure that everyone in our community is prepared to graduate from Calvin, not just get a job anywhere in the world, but also to be able to worship anywhere in the world. And so we have chapel every day at 10 o'clock right here. It's a great time to just take a break and remember what's most important. We have services that are quiet. We have services that are loud. We have services that are music. We have services that are preaching. And we encourage you to find a chapel buddy and try them all. We also have, starting this fall, an all-campus communion service once a month, where faculty, staff, and students will gather on Sunday evenings for a service in our Fine Arts Center, and we're very excited about that. For discipleship, we meet in small groups, many of them in the residence halls, or your athletic team may be a small group, your theater company may be a small group. In the fall, we all try to study the same thing together, a prepared Bible study. And whether you grew up in faith or whether this is all new to you, these are for you. We try to make it so that we have good conversations about things that matter. It's not Bible trivia. It's not let's all get our theology exactly the same. It's let's learn together about what God is up to on this campus. Those are our discipleship groups, and you'll hear more about them when you come to Calvin. And then for pastoral care, I love to meet with students. We also have seminary interns and discipleship assistants who help walk with students on your journey of faith. So students meet and talk with me about everything from what are they going to be when they grow up to who should they date, or money issues or theology. Why do we believe in hell? Why do we believe the Bible? All of those are open questions here at Calvin. You can ask them. We'll talk about them together. We believe that just as Jesus opened himself up to Thomas and said, go ahead and look, here at Calvin, we're not afraid to go ahead and look. Ask the hard questions. And so in campus ministries, we say we offer you a buffet of things. If you're spiritually hungry, come to the buffet and you will be fed. We have lots of opportunities. So come with your spiritual fork, so to speak, and we'll be sure that you are ready to go. We can't wait to welcome you to this Christ-centered community where we live and grow together in the grace and knowledge of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I can't wait to welcome you to Calvin and give you a hug in actual real live person. Joey and Sam, thanks so much, guys. Back to you.
Hey there, guys. I want to say thank you. And Sam, everyone now knows that this show is completely live, as that was sideways we noticed. So thank you, Pastor Mary, for that awesome talk. It was so engaging. I didn't even notice it was sideways, to be honest.
Absolutely.
And that is why we do School Nights completely live, to give you guys that super authentic view of Calvin. But what's coming up, Sam? What's coming up next?
Yeah, you guys just heard a great speech about the chapel. Chapels quickly become one of my favorite parts about Calvin. Friday chapels are by far my favorite. But even with the pandemic and everything going on, they're still able to have chapel a lot of times outside with this nice weather, which is pretty darn cool. But next up, for our second segment, as you guys heard earlier, we got Sarah and her friend over in Johnny's reviewing some of the food. We don't even know what they're going to review, so it's kind of a surprise.
Go get some food and tell us what you got. So we're looking forward to that.
So we're kind of excited for this one because let's see what Sarah comes up with. So Sarah and friend, off to you.
Hello, Joey and Sam. Hello, School Nights. Can you guys hear us? We good? Probably. Okay. Like Joey and Sam said, we are here in Johnny's. Let me make sure here that we're talking. Like Joey and Sam said, we are here in Johnny's. Like they said as well, my name is Sarah. I am a secondary education major, and I cannot wait to introduce you to my friend over here.
I'm Claire. I'm a nursing major.
And we are so excited to share with you some of this delicious food that we've gotten from Johnny's. So today we are trying out the smoothies. Smoothies are new to Johnny's this semester. And neither of us have tried them before, so we're really excited to try them out. Like Sam said before, Johnny's is one of the mini marts on campus. And when you get your meal plan here, you get dining dollars. So we call those dining dollars night bucks at Calvin. So you can spend your night bucks on any of the great food they have at Johnny's. But today we're going to be trying the smoothies. We're going to let you know if they're worth your night bucks. So Claire, I think you have a strawberry banana smoothie there. Why don't we try it?
Sarah.
Let us know how it is.
You know, Sarah, that is the perfect balance between strawberry and banana with just the right amount of sweetness. Take another sip.
Oh, yeah. How would you say the consistency of the smoothie is, Claire?
You know, it's nice and smooth, not too icy.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what they actually call a smoothie that they didn't blend all the way?
No, I don't. What do you call that?
A chunky. It's not a smoothie, it's a chunky.
Well, Sarah, I can assure you the smoothie is not a chunky.
Oh, perfect. All right, I was actually recommended the mango smoothie by our friends at Johnny's working behind the counter. So I'm gonna give that a try. Ooh. I feel like usually with a mango smoothie, it doesn't taste enough like mango. You want it to taste more mango-y. This definitely has a punch of mango. And with that nice weather we've been having, you know, you could come grab a smoothie. This would be perfect because I feel like I'm on like a tropical island or something. You know, sitting outside on the beach. This kind of transports me there. You know, Claire, I've always actually felt like I should be working in a smoothie shop.
Really? Why is that?
You know, I just feel like I would blend really well.
I think you would too, Sarah.
Thank you, Claire. Now, other than smoothies, Claire, what is your go-to order at Johnny's?
you know, they have fantastic burgers at Johnny's, and I highly recommend the pretzel bun.
Ooh, the pretzel bun. You know, actually, they have really good sliders right now.
Oh,
so
yes.
if you don't want to go for the whole burger, I would highly recommend the sliders. They're
sure.
really, really good.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
overall, I really think that these smoothies are a great use of your night books at Calvin. You know,
Absolutely.
something if you want to go for breakfast, post-workout smoothie. This is a great option.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, I'm glad we agree. I'm glad we agree, Claire. All right, back to you, Joey and Sam.
Oh my gosh.
We were
Sarah and Claire, that was fantastic.
round of applause
Round
for
of
them.
applause.
We have not been laughing like that in a long time. That was phenomenal.
That was fantastic. Joey, we should honestly go get smoothies sometime.
I would
together.
love a little smoothie.
That strawberry banana one, that
Sounded
good.
phenomenal.
It sounded
Sounded
good.
phenomenal.
Sounded good.
I'm definitely a big smoothie guy. I've actually only had a couple smoothies in my life, but one of them I had at Calvin. Delicious.
There you go.
Absolutely delicious. And the
There you
burgers
go.
there are wonderful.
That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah. But Sam, what's your major again?
I am physical education.
Physical education,
So kinesiology and education.
Yeah, so you spent some time in the kinesiology lab. So
I
tell me a
have.
little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So the really cool thing is with kinesiology and exercise science, all those majors, there's a basically brand new exercise science lab over in the kinesiology department that has a ton of different machines and things we can use to test our bodies and see how they're performing. And it's really, really fun to get to learn how to use those. And for one of my classes, we've been learning about that. And we have basically the expert on it, Professor Berends, who's actually going to talk about everything in the exercise science lab and why you should maybe consider being an exercise science major and even the new master's program that's coming next year for exercise
so
science.
We're super excited about that. She also taught me my first gym class here at Calvin.
There you go.
Spent a lot of time with her doing some cardio training. But with that, off to you, Dr. Berends.
Hi, thanks, Sam. Thanks, Joey. Yes, I have had the pleasure of having you both in my class. And right now, as Sam said, he's in exercise physiology. And in exercise physiology class, we come into the lab for an hour and 15 minutes a week, and we learn how to use the equipment. So Sam said that our lab is new. It's not exactly new, but it has been overhauled. So we did a grand reopening last year, and we have new equipment added. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of that equipment. These are our bicycle ergometers. We have students learn how to test the body's response to blood pressure doing different types of exercise. And so they did some cardiac work on these bikes, and they watched how cardiac work changes their blood pressure. This is called our peak cycle. We can test anaerobic peak power and anaerobic fatigue using this bike, and we did that in the classroom also already this year. This year is our vertical jump machine. This is used in biomechanics class. A lot of students have fun and they try to see who can jump the highest and touch who has the highest vertical reach. Let's go on over into the classroom. This is our exercise science classroom. We also have biomechanics class that comes in here, and our anatomical kinesiology class comes in here. We are set up with lots of models so the students can learn about bones and the joints and the movements of the body. And we also have a wonderful piece of technology here called the force plate that's on the ground. And they use that also in biomechanics class. Back into our exercise science lab, we have our movement analysis lab. In this room, we do tests like sit and reach, functional movement screen, posture screening. We do range of motion exercises. We do teach the students how to do exercises for the joints using bands, balls, and also using the foam roller. Now these two machines are STAR machines in the lab. This is called a cardiopulmonary exercise testing machine. And you are actually looking at Sam's results right now to his max VO2 test that he did. So he's actually, I'm going to brag on him and I'm going to show his results here. And oh, let me get to the results. Sorry. There you go. Sam's VO2 was 52.8, which is actually considered excellent to superior. So he can tell you more about that, but we do those tests on the treadmill. These machines also can test resting metabolic rate, so we can tell you exactly how many calories you're burning at rest, and we can tell you if you are burning carbs, or fats, or in which combination of those. What you're looking here is the result of Sam's SVC test. So we're looking at the capacity of his lungs. We would expect him to have a lung capacity between 5.55 and 7.74 liters, and he has 6.27. So we didn't do too shabby on that one as well. Finally, we have what's called the BOD pod. This actually tests body composition. We can tell our students exactly how much fat-free mass and how much fat mass is on their body, and then we can relate that to charts and let people know if they are healthy or at risk for any health issues. We actually offer testing to the public using the BOD pod, and we give the students an opportunity to do the testing, and the money that we charge for that goes directly 100% back into the lab to keep up our supplies. So that's an actual tour of our exercise science lab that's on ground, but I want to finish do two things. One, I want to tell you about our new master's program. We're offering a master's in exercise science starting in August of this year. It is a 100% online program that you can complete in as little as 1 year for under $20,000. So tell your friends, family, coworkers about our new master's program so they can sign up. And as promised, I'm going to show you a little bit of Sam on the treadmill. Thanks so much for joining us.
That was amazing. I think my favorite part, Sam, have you ever been in the BOD pod?
Joey, I actually have.
And was it as awesome
an
as it
amazing
looks?
experience. You guys just saw it. It looks like a rocket ship. It kind of feels like a rocket ship, not gonna lie, but it's a way for you to measure your body composition, see what you got that muscle fat or all that kind of stuff. So
I will say, I think my favorite part about that whole segment was just seeing your own stats on for all of Calvin and the whole world to see how you are superior in certain ways of your physical activity.
exactly. And if you come to Calvin and you're an exercise science kinesiology major, you'll get to see
It's
your
all
own
you.
results.
You can do it too.
So you can do
Well,
it too.
We always say we have these live questions. We're actually gonna have the live questions come up right now with our friend Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Give Ben a round of applause.
Round
There we
of
go.
applause.
Here's
Here we
Ben.
go.
Ben,
Here we
wave. Come in. Wave a little bit. Get in here. Come on.
There we go.
There he is.
Yes,
there he is.
There it is.
All right. We have our questions right here. The first question: can anyone go to the chapel? Go to chapel services? Sam, do you think anyone can go to chapel?
Absolutely anyone can go to chapel. It's totally open to every single student. And the cool thing is it's completely optional as well.
Yeah.
Which is I think creates a really cool atmosphere in there because everyone who's there really wants to be there. So.
Yeah. And our next question: what's the best food at Johnny's? I definitely have an opinion on this. My favorite food at Johnny's is the hamburger with the pretzel roll. Definitely a fan of that. What are you thinking?
I am actually, maybe this doesn't count as a food. Sound off in the comments if it doesn't. I'm a big ice cream guy. So in Johnny's, they have Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
Yes.
That's my go-to.
Yes, sir.
Shannon's giving me a thumbs up right now. I am all for that. So half-baked, best flavor too.
John, that is like the best flavor. Shannon behind the
There you
camera here, she's going crazy for half-baked there. Is Johnny's open all the time, Sam?
Ooh, all the time is a little bit broad.
A little bit broad.
But the cool thing about Johnny's is the hours are a little bit longer than the dining hall. So if you ever miss a meal at the dining hall, you can always go to Johnny's, use those night bucks there. And
so
grab
if
something
you have a
to eat.
late night hockey practice like Sam, you're good to go. Or if you're like me, I just have to swing by between classes and just a nice kind of quick stop there.
Or a late night study munchies.
Yeah. And our last question is: everyone have to take a gym class?
Ooh.
That's a great question. I know it depends on your major, depends on your background, but you will end up taking some sort of physical education class. I could always recommend the one with Dr. Berends. My favorite part about that class, believe it or not, was the Couch to 5K program. So we really did a great job learning how to not only run a 5K, but do it effectively and carry a lot of those skills back to your dorm.
Absolutely.
But yeah, what was your favorite gym experience so far?
Man, I think I've taken 6 PE classes right now.
6?
So I think my favorite one so far was paddle games,
Ooh.
where we played pickleball and ping pong the whole time. That was awesome. Second favorite, close second, wilderness pursuits. We actually ended that class by doing a hiking trip on a weekend. So you got to apply what you just learned.
Well, guys, we want to thank you all for coming.
Absolutely.
Of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch School Nights After, and of course, share with all your friends, prospective students and families. This is for you guys to see that student perspective on Calvin.
Exactly.
With that, as always, my name is Joey.
And my name is Sam.
And this has been School Nights.
Whenever
Oh,
you
we
show
have
them
to
the egg.
get the, oh yeah. Oh, I'll get the egg. Yep.
Egg.
Oh, we got the egg here.
Got the egg. The egg. Yeah, it was over there. It was over there.
It was right. It was right.
Boom.
Right over there.
Right there.
And then we had. So here you go,
There.
Sam. Here, this,
Huh?
yep.
Ah.
Aha.